Configuring OSPF version 3. I have a confession to make. Until recently, I just have not liked IPv6. Maybe it's just something radically new. Maybe I'm getting old. Maybe I've hit that age where I'm like, why they got to go around changing IPv4? It works fine. We got NAT. It's good. We don't need no new version 6 confounded. Maybe I've hit that stage. I don't know. But until I've got to admit, this time around, I'm like, IPv6, it's okay. I've reached that point. So nonetheless, we've got our topology here. IPv6. Here's our subnets. We've got 2001.11AA /64. So what's that mean? 2001:11AA, and then we've got :0:0, then colon, a whole bunch of 0:1 on this interface, and so on. So we've got one subnet here, one subnet here. These are all the different subnets in IPv6 with /64. The /64, again, each one of these in the IPv6 world is 16 bits, so add them up, you actually have 4. We still don't know what, maybe that's it. Okay, that's it. It's, what do you call them? I mean, when you're in IPv4, you call this 192.168.1.1. It's an octet, right? You Google it, you're like, what do you call this? They're like, we don't know. You go ahead, call it an octet, but it's not accurate. And they got people just proposing names for it. I mean, come on. Come on, pick a name for it, a hextet or something. Anyway, so we've got. I'm getting off my soapbox. All of our subnets. I've already gone through. I've gone through and assigned these addresses just to make sure we're all on the same page. Piece of cake, right? To assign these IPv6 addresses, we just come over here to router 1. Go in, do global configuration mode, IPv6 unicast routing, always the first command you type because it's not on most iOS flavors by default, which turns on the routing function. Then go into the interface, fast Ethernet 0/0, IPv6 address, and 2001:11AA, I mean, you can type it in if you want to use it, as much as you want, but use the shortcut, :1/64. Now you've got your IPv6 address assigned to it. So that's the basics of it. Now, how do we do OSPF on here? Well, again, we're still in the basic world. We haven't fully dove into IPv6 OSPF routing in the most recent rendition of routes. So it's just basic for now. We'll do IPv6 router OSPF. You can see the 4 commands right at the bottom. Type in your process ID just like before. You have to give it a router ID. Notice this. It says OSPF could not pick a router ID. Please configure manually. Why is it telling me that? Well, if I do a show IP interface brief, you'll see why. Nothing there. All we've got is I'll do a show IPv6 interface brief. All we've got is IPv6 addresses, and even in the new OSPF version 3 flavor of OSPF, it still needs a router ID that looks like an IPv4 address. So it's not going to work until we go in and do a router ID. You can see my third command down there, 1111. Right? So now it's ready. That's it. Into fast Ethernet 0/0, IPv6 OSPF. You type in the process ID, area 0. That's the story. That's enabling single area OSPF. Let's just do one more, and then I'll come back and do all the show commands after I've typed in a few of, I've gotten all 4 routers running. All right, we'll sit on router 2. There you go. Show IPv6 interface brief. You can see we've got the one address. We've got the link local, which again sources the hello messages for OSPF. But we'll be advertising the networks that are assigned. There's our 2001:11AA::2 is the IP address sitting right there. So I'll go IPv6 unicast routing, IPv6 router OSPF1. We'll do my brain just naturally goes to the network command, but there is no network command now in the IPv6 flavor. So bail out of there into the fast Ethernet 0/0 IPv6 OSPF process ID 1 area 0. Okay, and we should form our first neighbor relationship with that, and we do. Show IPv6 OSPF neighbor. So same feel, same command, same concept, everything same. It's just now we're routing for the IPv6 addresses. So let's do a show IPv6 route. And we see we've learned our first OSPF route, learning about that WAN link going on between router 1 and router 3 there, which is being advertised. So it's shown up in the list. Let me configure the rest of them. We'll come back to it. All right, there we go. I got all 4 routers configured. So now if I do a show IPv6 route on router 2, previously I just had one OSPF route. Now I've got two. We've got the, hang on, let me just get these guys out of the picture. Choo. Choo. We've got the WAN link, again, from router 2's perspective. We've got one network there that we've learned about, one network here that we've learned about. Can go in and do a ping, ping 2001 colon, let's see, what's the other side? 33AA, 33AA colon 2, or would that be 4? I think I put 4. Yeah, I did. Do a trace. The diagram shows 2, but I really did 4 because I said router 4. So 33AA, sorry if this is getting cut off, 33AA colon 4 trace route going through, yep, all three routers to, hitting all three routers to reach the other side. So okay, maybe that's it. Maybe that's why I have it. Okay, I think I've got it. So I think the reason I haven't been so fond of IPv6 is I'm like, all right, just get out with it already. You know what I mean? It's been lingering on. Literally, I've been teaching the basics of IPv6 for a decade. I'm serious. I'm like, come on now. Let's just be done with IPv4 and just throw our whole heart and soul into IPv6. But Cisco's not doing it. I mean, the world's not doing it, right? So Cisco's just following the world. But it's always like, yeah, okay, here's just, okay, there we go. See, there's our OSPF demo. Wasn't that neat? So, okay, that's I just figured out. I'm not old. I'm waiting until everything goes IPv6, and then I'm going to be like, all right, IPv6 is it. That's where it's at. So, a couple more show commands just to make sure we're all on the same page. Show IPv6 OSPF gives you the router ID, shows which interfaces are in which areas. Again, these are all this. It's exactly the same thing as IPv6 OSPF interface. Let's look at that one. Exactly the same thing as the IPv4 version. You've got the hello timers. I mean, everything about it. It's just you're now sending hello messages from link local addresses, and you're routing for IPv6. So you now know how to configure OSPF version 3 for the IPv6 protocol. I hope this has been informative for you, and I'd like to thank you for viewing.